New York City, we doubled up tonight. Let's say nice things about New York City basketball. I I've been having a lot of hard times getting my Knicks fan family and friends on the show. Even tonight on a win, it was like, yo, you want to come on and talk about how y'all Chris stopped Porzingis tonight? They're not ready to talk. They're not ready to talk. I'm not gonna just bring on like the weird thing about this podcast is like the semi-pro to pro dudes are with it, but my Knicks fan friends they're not ready, and I gotta let them. I got to let them let me know when they're gonna be ready. Right? My notifications are just ridiculous right now. I think we learned something. I think we learned some things about, you know, about the team tonight. And the team I'm talking about is the New York Knicks. Right? And what did we learn? What's worth discussing? One, they have a backbone. You can't give a team a backbone. You can't make a team want to win or earn their respect. That's just something that a team has to have in them. Right? And for a long time, I've been telling Knicks fans, I've been saying to them, stop expecting Frank Ntilikina to be some kind of, you know, like he's not Kyrie Irving. The moment you come to grips with that that's not his game, right? The more you'll be able to enjoy what he can do. And that's and honestly, like that's my problem with Fizdale. Cause I like Fizdale. I like Fizdale. You know, there was times I've said some reckless things on Twitter, like I'd rather have Fizdale than Atkinson. I don't. I say things when I'm emotional, but I like Fizdale's fight. Right? You could tell that dude wasn't a punk. Right? But what I don't like about Fizdale is that he doesn't know how to use people for what they can do, and he tries to force them to do the things they can't do. Right? Ntilikina won this game for the Knicks tonight. Not Marcus Morris or Markeith, or I don't know which one y'all got. Like, it's confusing. Right? You're a bad team if Marcus Morris is shooting 22 times for you. That's not good for a team building towards something. But I'm fine with it. I wanted them to go out there and send a message and show a pulse, because the most disheartening thing that could happen to the Knicks tonight is that they found out that they're gutless. Gutless doesn't wash off very well. Once you've been a part of a gutless team, it it sticks with you. It's like a stench. I remember one time, uh, you know, my wife invited a cousin of mine that I don't like, I don't really like him, and had him sleep on our couch. And he had like really bad breath. And where he rested his head on my couch, that's where I like to sit. That's where I like to have my bourbon. And in that spot, the stench of his breath just stayed. And I like to lay on my couch on weekends and just watch games. Never laid on that couch again. We put that couch out in the trash. The stench wouldn't leave. She said, Eve, it's in your mind. It's in your mind. Nope. Thank God that couch was from IKEA, because we jettisoned it. Had to go. And losing with effort, losing with fight, those are good losses. Right? Those are good, old fashioned, we're learning, we're becoming better. We are better. And we're gonna give you hell every time we play. This was a good game for the Knicks. Randall gave you 21 and 8. That's what you want from Randall. What you're trying to find out right now is Randall a signature piece? Is he the pivot on this young team? Is he a building block? That's what you want to find out right now. Right? Because Marcus Morris is not. Right? I feel that for a team that's not going to make the playoffs like the Knicks, the worst thing that could be happening to them is that a Marcus Morris is taking away minutes from a Kevin Knox. Because it's so much more valuable that Kevin Knox takes his bruises, finds out who he is, and the Knicks find out who he is. Because you either have to replace him or you have to let him keep growing. Right? Coach David Thorpe talks about feeding young players royal jelly. It's all from, I've seen it too, like this documentary about, why does a bee become a queen bee, and it's all about the special royal jelly that they feed the bee until they're bigger, they're more developed, and they become the queen of the hive, right? And that's what you have to do with your young players. You have to feed them royal jelly. You've got to get them to a point where the lumps build character and build them into the players that they're going to be. Tonight was a good win, Knicks fans. You have to take that into consideration, that tonight kind of commemorated one of the worst trades in Knicks franchise history. It's not the worst trade in Knicks franchise history, but it's a bad trade. And it's a bad trade because you traded for cap space. Now, Knicks fans, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what happened. And I'm going to break it down to you. And I'm going to explain to you how arrogance perpetuated this trade. And you have to stop. Stop the blood clot lying. Stop it. The Knicks traded for cap space because they were hearing rumors. Oh, Kevin Durant's is leasing property in big buildings in Manhattan. Kevin Durant is, talking to real estate agents about places to go live. These circles that these people move in are very, very small. I'm not in those circles. I don't. But I got a little bit of man next to the man, next to the man, next to the man. I have friends in this city. And then people were telling me the same nonsense. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I had a sports agent friend who told me, dude, you're going to be happy. Kevin is not going to the Knicks. He's going to the Nets. And I said, ha, you got me in 2016 with that. You got me. You made me believe. I took it to Twitter. I was saying we got a shot. And years later we find out the Nets did really have a shot. KD talks about it openly now. The Nets hired a lot of KD's friends. But the Knicks wasn't going on qualified information. Nobody was sending the Knicks organization like word or back channels of, listen, make all the right moves and you'll get us. They did this purely motivated by arrogance. And that arrogance cost you Kristaps Porzingis, who you saw tonight. Kristaps wasn't terrible. He gave you 28 on 50% shooting, 9 rebounds. He had a game. Right? But the difference in this game was Frankie Smokes. Like, I know Doncic was incredible. Let's not lie to ourselves. 38, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, shot 50%. I wasn't one of those Doncic believers. I didn't believe. I thought it was all, great white hype. It happens, right? I saw his game and I watched him in Europe. I'm a basketball fiend, I know. And I'd watch game after game waiting to see something that really jumped off the page. But he has, I wouldn't call it like an old man in a rec league basketball. That's more of a Al Horford game to me. But he has this game that it's not played at a high speed. It's not necessarily, what's the word I'm looking for? It's electric, but it looks like I could do it. Any kind of basketball that looks like, or I get out there and just stand in the paint, pivot, and make passes. I thought I was not impressed with what I saw. And I was way wrong. He is James Harden with some sense. That kid is amazing.